how much you enjoy applying that same coaching aspect to helping your clients before, during, and after a transaction.
Well, as you mentioned, I really do love coaching. I'm very passionate about it, but I'm passionate about the process as well and helping someone get from point A to point B, whatever that is, whether it's a race, whether that's buying or selling a home. Same as no two athletes are alike. They don't train the same way for this
That's a good analogy.
the same
Yep.
event or the same body type, or whether it's endurance or a sprint, or there's just no two that are the same. And while ultimately the end result is the same as buying and selling a house, the way you get there is not. And so I really
like
take
that.
that coaching philosophy and take the time to get to know my clients and understand them and really ask the right questions so that I know what their needs are, not mine. It's their end game. It's their needs. It's what they
Well, I
need
love
to
how
accomplish.
you put on here that it's really in the same philosophy we actually have in a lot of our signs here. It's really about relationships, not
Exactly.
transactions. And
Yep.
you're so relationship based that you can find out these important goals. And
Absolutely.
therefore, because it's like us, when in our industry, I love it when they say, "Oh, what's your lowest interest rate?" Well, lowest interest rate isn't always the best program for them.
Right.
There's many more, questions we ask. How long are you going to be in the home? How much cash do you have? Do you plan on doing improvements in the home? All these factors can make a difference of, for example, I want the lowest rate. Well, okay, that saved you, let's just say for round numbers, $21 a month. Well, what if we went, changed it and it was $21 more a month, but you actually had an extra $5,000 in your pocket to do those improvements you need to do as soon as you move in the home. That's going to be more important to them, guarantee it.
Exactly.
So I love that you take that approach of asking those questions because it's where you want to live or when do you want to sell and how much upgrades are you willing to do to sell and all those questions. It's
And
good
how
that
long do you want to live there? Is there a job transfer in your future? Is this a short-term move? Is it a long-term move? What are your family needs? What's important to you? Are schools important? I mean, there's just so much to know, and it's not just how many bedrooms and bathrooms do you need. It's a lifestyle.
That's right. And there's some importance, right, Dennis? Pre-approval?
Pre-approval is key. The way the market has shifted too, where I love working with first-time home buyers because that's the excitement factor, that's the wow factor. But I always tell them, look, negotiate on terms. Don't necessarily negotiate on price, because price itself, again, will make some difference in your payment. But man, those terms, where
Right.
like you said, you can keep an extra $5,000 in your pocket, to a first-time home buyer, that's gold.
No doubt about it. And so the market has shifted, as Dennis mentioned. Without a doubt, it's shifted. It was just a seller's market and an investor's market, but investors have gone away, huh? So now we got...
By comparison to last year, that is a true statement.
Yeah. So now you're able to help buyers quite a bit. I mean, it's still a great seller's market because you've improved. And we were talking 25% appreciation over the last couple of years for homes in California. Has it slowed down? Yes, but you've already accomplished an incredible goal of huge appreciation. So it's still a great seller's market, but it's now become also a buyer's market, right?
Correct. Yeah. Investors seem to have stepped back a little bit out of the market. Last year, they saw we had hit bottom and they were bringing all their cash and they were paying $10,000 to $15,000 in some cases over the last closed comp, but they're bringing in cash. There is no appraisal, so they didn't have to worry about those numbers.
Right.
So that would then become a new comp. And it's hard for the person or family who's looking to occupy a property to compete with those numbers. Typically, they're going to have a loan. They're going to need to have an appraisal. So it was very, very challenging last year to be able to get those people in homes. And I can tell you the ones that stuck with me throughout the process are very happy campers.
No doubt
right
about it.
Because we found them some great properties.
Well, if you just tuned in, we're here with Becky Sill with Troop Real Estate Services right on Valencia Boulevard. We love the Troop team, and Becky's doing an incredible value to a lot of her buyers and sellers. Really knows her stuff. But also you brought, and I'm sorry we're going to run out of time, so I don't want to shortcut, something new you brought into the studio here, right, Dennis?
Yeah. Talk about a shift in the market. How about people downsizing now that they've seen a little appreciation? That's where Prop 60 and 90 comes into play.
No doubt about it. This is a way that Becky actually intuitively brought this to our attention. We know about it, but we just didn't think about bringing it on the show. There's ways that you can potentially save hundreds of dollars on your next purchase by being able to transfer the same property taxes that you're paying now. Want to explain a little bit more about that?
Yes, the Prop 60, Prop 90 is the ability to be able to transfer your tax base within California is Prop 60. Outside of California is Prop 90. They have to be reciprocating counties. Unfortunately, there are only 9 of them, but it's important to know that piece of it. But when you're looking at purchasing a new property and maybe you own maybe someone owns their property outright, or they have a very low tax base of 100 or 200,000, but maybe they're going to sell for 800,000. If they're looking to downsize or move to a different area at a higher price point where their taxes are going to be exorbitantly high, they can transfer that tax base when they purchase the property, at whatever point in time that was. It could have been 2 years, could have been 10 years, but that will save a significant amount of money, could potentially save a significant amount of money.
So a key point here that you brought to our attention, you have to be 55 years or older to take advantage of this, and you must purchase a home equal or lesser value.
Correct.
So you're like, well, how can I save? Well, we'll just say you're paying taxes on when you bought your current home at $200,000, instead of paying property taxes on the new $700,000 home, you sell yours for $7,000, buy another $700,000 home, but now you had the same property tax base
at $200,000.
Right, and then you have this huge down payment from selling the home. Pretty incredible stuff.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep.
All right, so how can they get a hold of you, Becky, to find out more about Prop 60, Prop 90, and how to successfully buy and sell homes?
They can reach me also on my cell phone, direct contact. That's the way I roll with my clients, 661-373-3875.
373.
3875.
Also, Becky Sill, BeckySill.com. So
Correct.
BeckySill.com, a great website and a great professional that you need to contact to buy and sell your home. Thanks for joining us, Becky.
Thanks for having me back. I
Sorry
appreciate
to
it.
see you go so soon. We'll have you back.
All right.
All
Sounds
right.
good.